Hey guys, it's Rocky and welcome to my channel. So today's video, I don't know why, but I feel awkward every time I tried to film the video. Like I only filmed it like twice and for some reason it just wasn't working. So I just decided how about I do something while filming the video and maybe it'll be less awkward for me. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. It is like 5 in the morning right now, so I am finally getting unready and I'm getting ready to go to bed. The lighting is so shitty because I'm trying to film a bunch of videos before I head off to Vegas. I'm gonna be gone for like a month. So yeah, this is gonna be 10 things that I thought of as a child. Some of these you might relate to me and others you might think I was a complete idiot. And before we get started, if you would like to, go ahead and subscribe below. I post on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So yeah, now let's begin. Okay, so for like the first one, do you know the cameras that would like be on the streetlights? I don't know if your town or city has them, but I remember in Nevada they would, and I'm pretty sure some of the ones out here in Tennessee they do too. But there'd be like little camera like things watching you. And as a child, I also grew up in Michigan and they had these sometimes too. And as a child, I used to think that those were like people watching you, like the government or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people relate to me when it comes to that. Hopefully. But yeah, that's number 1. Okay, and number 2, I might get more people disagreeing with me on this one or just not ever thinking about this as a kid. But I used to think that both guys and girls could get pregnant. Don't ask me why I thought that or where I got that from. Like I have a little brother, so I don't really get where that came from. Wow. Wow, okay. Jesus. Yeah, this is what I look like when I take off my makeup. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I used to think, yeah, both guys and girls could get pregnant, but it was just kind of like the luck of the draw. I don't really know when I found out that, hey, only girls can get pregnant. But I used to think that as a kid because I'm stupid. And so for number 3, I actually talked to my brother about this one. Actually like literally a few days ago. I used to think my mom's name was Mom and my dad's name was Dad. Again, I don't think a lot of people are gonna agree with me on that one. But I know at least I wasn't the only kid who thought it because my brother thought of it too. At least I know I wasn't the only stupid kid around town. Okay, so number 4 is honestly the dumbest one. Toy Story fucked me up on this one. I blame Toy Story for this. But I used to think my stuffed animals actually like had like souls, I guess you could say. Like they were alive and like they had feelings. And so I never get rid of my stuffed animals. Like even today, like I don't get rid of my stuffed animals. Like I feel bad. And like you see this long little list of stuffed animals right behind me. There's so many more like in this trunk that I have, and like in my closet there's like a whole section of Care Bears. And for whatever reason I just can't like get like the guts to just, you know, have a garage sale or like donate to Goodwill or something. I'm kind of stubborn like that, I guess. I'm a Taurus, so it makes sense. But yeah, I used to think they were like alive or something, and me and my brother used to teach them, like pretend like we were teachers, and they'd be like classes. Now I wasn't that crazy to where I like thought they were doing the assignments, I know. But I don't know, I used to think that stuff because I'm kind of dumb, so. Okay, and number 5 is like when I would be watching TV like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or something, and it wasn't like cartoon, but it was like Hannah Montana or like That's So Raven. I used to think when watching that episode it was happening like at that very moment, like it was live television and they were just acting like on screen right then and there. I didn't know that like usually they would film like 12 episodes and like 3 months before would end up going on air. I like later discovered that stuff when I was like 10. But yeah, for a couple years I used to think that everything was live for what they were doing. A lot of people believe this one, and I kind of stopped believing it actually until like not that long ago, until like I researched it. My PE teacher used to tell me this too though. When there's like this theory where like if you shave, like the more that you shave your hair, especially if it's dark, like dark hair, the more you shave, like the thicker and darker it will come back. And for the longest time I believed this, and like it was in 7th grade when my PE teacher told me this, and I didn't shave like during December, like the wintertime, because I was trying to avoid like getting it thicker. Obviously it's not thicker or darker, thankfully, but yeah, that's just another thing that I thought, and I've thought that until like just a couple months ago, honestly. Okay, and number 7, I was in Michigan when I believed this, and it was that the person that was driving wasn't really driving, and it was like the streets were like, nobody's gonna understand what I'm talking about because I'm the only one who thought this, but when you'd be driving, it wasn't you who was really driving, you were just kind of like holding the wheel for whatever reason, and it was the road that was like taking you in the direction, and I don't know how the car or the street would know, maybe like GPS or something, but yeah, I used to think that, I don't know, I'm fucking weird like that, and I used to like, I remember like I would look down in the back seat just like kind of looking out, curious as to like who's driving and like how this thing all works out. Such an idiot. Okay, and like a really quick promo right now, these are cool, like they're for $1, like $1.50 at Walgreens and like Publix and Walmart and stuff, and they're really nice. I've only used one. I haven't used any of these yet, so I might do a review on these, but I need to find dry skin. But yeah, these are cool, and they're like face masks and stuff like that. What are we doing this with a creamy coconut? And they make my face feel really nice. At least the one that I used felt really nice. Okay, and so number 8, like along with number 4, with the stuffed animals, I used to think like they would be alive when he would leave. And so I remember I used to always kind of sneak, like this is another thing that blames Toy Story for, but I used to kind of sneak on the stuffed animals, and like I would pay attention to where like my stuffed animals were placed, like on my bed or like a certain spot on the floor, like in the trunk or something, and I would make sure like I would remember, and then when I would come back to my room I would, you know, see if I could catch them, which, you know, obviously I never did, but if I ever did catch them, I would be shook, like shaken to the ground, deceased into fucking ashes. But yeah, that's number 8. I'm pretty sure I'm, again, the only dumbass who thought that, so, you know. Number 9, this one's kind of sweet, but I guess kind of sad at the same time with the story behind it. I always thought that the clouds was like heaven. I feel like I'm not the only one too who thinks this. My grandparents passed away at a young age, and whenever we would like fly to Michigan or something, I would always like to look at the clouds, and my mom would be like, there's Grandpa, and like there's Rose, who was my grandma, and I would just be looking out in the clouds, and I would see like little bubbles, and like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, like when you look like at in the sky and you like see air bubbles or something. I always saw those like in the clouds, and I thought that was kind of cool, but for the longest time I was like thinking this is heaven, because like it was so beautiful. Like once you get past like going through the clouds up on a plane, if you've ever been in one, it's so beautiful, staying above the clouds. I think I also thought like those like air bubbles were like souls of people. Okay, and for number 10, I know for sure that people have thought of this one before. It's that, I need like a tissue or something. When you cut your bangs, that means that you don't have bangs anymore. I thought that. I did think that. I had bangs for the longest time, like up until my sophomore year of high school. And in like the 6th grade, I remember I noticed everybody in the classroom had like no bangs. I was like, well fuck, I don't want bangs. And so what do? I cut them. Yeah, I cut them. Pretty embarrassing, let me tell you. I think if I could find a picture, I'm gonna put it right here, of how my bangs ended up turning out, because my mom got so pissed off at me, and like we had to go to the hairdresser and get my hair done. And and I didn't really know how to grow up my bangs. I didn't realize I could just keep them going, like don't cut them. And I had bangs until like my sophomore year of high school. But yeah, so now I'm just waiting for my face mask to dry, and after that I'm going to be going to bed, and it's going to be like 6 o'clock in the morning because right now I see the light and I hear birds chirping, so that's exciting. And it looks like it's going to be a sunny day today in Nashville, Tennessee. So yeah, I'm very tired right now. That's why this video is just so low energy and just so fucking boring. I'm very sorry. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye.